Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor and privilege to have an opportunity to deliver a significant message to our great friend, United States. To dear President Trump and to the United States Embassy in Seoul, I stand before you today not merely to issue a petition, but to make a solemn demand as a sovereign of Republic of Korea who has been a great ally to the US almost a century. A demand for the protection and support that is urgently needed at this crucial juncture. At this very moment, the world stands witness to struggle for global hegemony between the forces for freedom led by United States and a rising power, you know who, seeking to dominate through monstrous tyranny. We are confronted with a state, you know who, traditionally limited by its continental borders, now seeking to extend its reach beyond those confines into the ocean, a pursuit fraught with peril and ambition. Fortunately, the nations surrounding this expanding power's coastline have historically been and remain hostile to such ambitions. At least, that has been our belief until now. We must remember Tibet and Uyghur and Hong Kong, regions and people subjugated under the iron grip of authoritarianism. This state, you know who, has systematically penetrated to a targeted country by bribing political leaders, pressuring them to enact policies favorable to its cause, and dismantling immigration barriers to further its influence. The tidal wave of immigrants it stands forth threatens to transform sovereign nations into de facto colonies. In this grave geopolitical climate, the Republic of Korea stands as a crucial ally in safeguarding not only its own sovereignty, but the broader interest of the free world countries and the United States of America. South Korea is not merely a Cold War ally, but a partner whose military might, economic strength, and the technological prowess are indispensable to maintaining the balance of power in East Asia. From energy security, particularly nuclear energy, to the dominance of the semiconductor industries, South Korea stands at the very front line of securing global leadership for the free world. The world knows the ambitions of the rising power, you know who, particularly in relation to Taiwan. A potential clash over the Taiwan Strait is an ever-present risk, and it is an established fact that should such a conflict erupt, the United States' position could be significantly weakened. We cannot afford to overlook the strategic value of South Korea's full participation in any such confrontation. Its involvement, our involvement, is crucial. Remember the Tibet, Uyghur, and Hong Kong. It would be absurdly naive to believe that this state, you know who, is not already actively attempting to influence Korea by securing pro-China's politicians, shifting the political landscape and undermining the nation's sovereignty. Recently, numerous evidence have been reported within South Korea that the election was rigged for a long time. Yet, the response from most political leaders has been muted. Only a few brave politicians and many righteous citizens have dared to confront this injustice. It is in this context that we must understand the declaration of martial law by President Yoon Suk-yeol. The martial law represents a declaration not of a visible war, but of the invisible war, invisible battle for the soul of democracy itself. The war between the free world and this rising power, you know who, has already begun. The Pax Americana can only be sustained if the ocean remains free and open. And in this fight, South Korea is indispensable ally of the United States. I implore you, help us, not for our sake alone, but for the sake of the United States and the free world countries, and the sake of the future built on the principles of liberty, democracy, and the rule of law. This is a matter of national and global importance. Let us stand together in this decisive moment. God save South Korea. May God protect the free world. And may God bless the United States of America.